Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go through the basics or the foundations of the CFA Level 1 Quantitative Methods. This is more applied for those who didn't take any statistic courses in their undergraduate degree. So we're going to cover the basic questions that could possibly be asked from an exam perspective. The first question is calculating a mean return, which is pretty straightforward. What we need to do is calculate and add the returns that are provided to us. So 4% plus 6%, that's 10% minus 2%, that's 8%, 8 plus 8 is 16, and 16 plus 4 is 20. Okay, so we need to add all these returns and divide it by the n, which is the number of returns that are provided to us. Okay, so simply what we're going to do here is 20%, which is the summation of all these numbers divided by 4. Oh, sorry, 5, because there are 5 observations, so that gives us the answer as 4%. So that's what we call the mean return. Second question now we're going to go through is calculating variance. Okay, and how do we calculate variance? The first thing that we need to do is calculate the mean return. Okay, the formula for variance is summation of x minus x bar divided by n minus 1 square. So we need to first find the x bar or the mean, which is again going to be 9 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 6 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 14, 21, 24, 30, 30 divided by 5, that's 6%. So x bar is going to be 6%. So the next step we're going to do is x minus x bar, so 5 minus 6 square, 9 minus 6 square, 7 minus 6 square, 3 minus 6 square, and then 6 minus 6 square. Okay, this is 0. This is 3 square, which is 9. This is 1. This is 9. This is 1. So that's 20, right? The summation of these is 20. We're going to divide the 20 by n minus 1. So we have n as 5. What are we going to divide by n minus 1? So that's 4. So the answer here would be 5. Sample variance is going to be 5%. Okay, this is how we calculate the variance. Now we're going to move on to calculating covariance. Okay, calculating covariance. So before we look into that, again, we gotta write down the formula, which is going to be a summation of x minus x bar multiplied by y minus y bar divided by n minus 1. This is also the formula for covariance. So you're going to first find the x bar. Okay, that's going to be 8 plus 12, that's 20, 26, 36 divided by 4. Okay, that's 9. So x bar is going to be 9%. Then we find the y bar, which is simply going to be, let's work with a and b. Okay, so a bar, b bar. Well, let's stick with x, y, that's okay. We can just substitute a and b later. So it's going to be 10 plus 6, 16, 21, 30 divided by 4. 30 divided by 4 is going to be 7.5%. Now we're going to take the x minus x bar into y minus y bar. Okay, we're going to multiply these two numbers. So we're going to do 8 minus 9 multiplied by 6 minus 7.5. Okay, then we're going to do 12 minus 9 multiplied by 10 minus 7.5. We're going to do 6 minus 9 multiplied by 5 minus 7.5. 10 minus 9 multiplied by 9 minus 7.5. Okay, so this is going to be minus 1 multiplied by minus 1.5, so this is 1.5. This is 3 multiplied by 2.5. Okay, that's 3 multiplied by 2.5, which will give us 7.5. This is minus 3 multiplied by minus 7, minus 2.5, which again gives us 7.5. Okay, minus 3 multiplied by minus 2.5. That's 1 multiplied by 2.5, sorry, 1.5, which will give us 1.5. So we gotta add this up. That's 15. 15 plus 3, 18. Okay, now we're gonna divide this by n minus 1. The n here is 4. So we're gonna divide 18 by 3. That would be our answer. Okay. The next question is calculating the expected value with probabilities, which is simply 3 probabilities are given. First of all, the probabilities should always sum up to 1. Okay, probabilities always sum up to 1. These are the different returns that are provided to us. To find the expected value, we're simply going to multiply the return with the probability. So we're going to do 0.30 multiplied by 12% plus 0.50 multiplied by 8% plus 0.20 multiplied by negative 4%. Okay, so 30% of 12 is going to be 4%. Oh, it's going to be 3.6%. This is going to be 4%. And this is going to be minus 0.8%. So this adds up to 7.6 minus 0.8, which is 6.8%. So that's the expected return. The next question that we're going to do is calculating variance with probabilities. Okay, this one, the first thing we need to do is find the expected return. When we are in the probability world, we say expected return, not the mean return, which is going to be 0.3 times 14% plus 0.5 times 10% plus 0.2 times 2%. Okay, this is going to be 4.2% plus 5% plus 0.4%, which happens to be 9.2, 9.6%. Now what we're going to do is, the formula is going to be the summation of p into x minus, or the return, okay, which is the r minus the expected return square. So to do this, like, we need to know the probabilities, which we already know. We need to find the deviation of the returns first, right? So let's look at this. Let's put it here. So return is 14%. So 14% minus 9.6%. We gotta take the square of it and then multiply it with the probability associated with it, which is 0.3. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the return, which is 10%, minus again 9.6% square and multiply it by 0.5. Then we take the last thing, which is 2%, minus 9.6% square multiplied with 0.2. Okay, so this is going to be 4.4. Take the square of it, which is 19.36, and then multiply it with the probability, which is 0.3, so that's 5.808. Okay, this is going to be 10 minus 9.6, which is 0.4. Square it, multiply with 0.5, 0.08. And the last thing is 2 minus, so that's negative 7.6 squared multiplied by 0.2, you get 11.552%. Okay, so these are the probabilities multiplied by the difference between the return and the expected return. The last step is just to sum this up. So the variance is going to be the summation of these numbers, which is going to be 5.808 0.808 plus 0.08 plus 11.552, which is 17.44. Okay, so hopefully you like this video. This is just a part one. I'll be creating more examples, questions that are relevant for quantitative methods. I would say the foundational ones, so that you can feel more confident when you actually start preparing for the course. Please like and subscribe the video, and see you for the next one.